Alright guys, we are back on City Skyline and I've got a little bit of cash going for us. Surprisingly enough, when I let it kind of roll for a little bit, my people started going to the negative. We took care of all that stuff, so I think we're okay for now. But we do need to take care of this because I do want to try to get to the next level up. So we're currently working towards Big Town, which has a lot of new policies, which is nice. But it has this, and I want to start working towards getting transportation much better. So Metro is a convenient way of transporting people, fast and decreasing inside the city. And on top of that, we have some other options that we can work on, but this is what I want so bad. So we can build an underground metro. Clearly we want to do that, so that's going to be a big thing. This is going to be a good thing as well to try to get some stuff going, but this is what we want to work towards. The reason why, when you run this offline, you'll notice that our garbage landfill here is super high, which means we, unfortunately, oops, I missed some stuff there. We can even fill in that one, but we need to go ahead and add a landfill for us. So let's go ahead and do this. Put in a landfill. When we get there, we will add this. We need to almost double our people in our place. So we'll be working on that here in just a little bit. Also, I hate all the smog. Our university, our high schools there, it's going to work on. Our capacity is good. It could be a little bit higher, but we're getting some education in there. Our elementary is okay. We still got a lot of place over here. So let's go ahead and just put one in. Make people happy. Let's see. That's there. So let's do here. Our water's good. Our power could use a little bit of improvements. So let's do a little bit of improvements. So that'll up here in just a second. Now, transportation, we're going to get to this here in a little bit. We need to get bus stations, but we don't have enough cash right now. So this will probably be actually next episode, especially with having a tram and then a metro going on. So we're probably not going to run a tram. We definitely can do a taxi service because that'll help, but that also puts more cars on the street, so that'll be a little bit difficult. But then we get to the metro, and then plane when we want to get that. Obviously that's much further down, but we can also do leisure. So leisure helps increase the quality of the place you have, and so will help with a lot of that for us. So if we look at this, it's all red because there's no leisure whatsoever. So we actually want to increase this a little bit. Looks like there's nothing here. When I look at these parks, I just kind of think of what would a city actually have? A small playground makes sense. Parks with trees, that doesn't necessarily make sense. Down over here, a bouncy castle, I mean, I know it's funny, but no. That just doesn't work. Carousel, we could do a carousel, but I would want to design around it. But a botanical gardens, could do that, and a Japanese garden, we could do that as well. I think dog park, though, seems right for a town our size. When we get a little bigger, I think it would be appropriate to stick one of these in. But it's just so expensive, at least the initial cost of it. So dog park, I think, is right. We want to try to make sure we influence all this and all that, so let's go ahead and do here, and it's just going to miss a little bit outside of that. So let's give it a little bit of that. I think we're good. Other zoning options? No. Let's see how that affected the process a little bit. So we got our dog park. We could also do a large playground, which would make sense. Ooh, look at that. Look how fast that fills in. That's nice. Now, it's one of those things where it gets worse as you go out. So another playground would seem appropriate. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do it right by the elementary school. That makes sense. So this is downtown. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Because we're going to continue to expand this way. Like I said, this is probably going to be the downtown area, and then we're going to start to design a little bit different as we move along this way. But we'll obviously want some residential stuff out as we go along. This is going to be our main hub. I want to switch this out here in a little bit as far as transportation, getting ready for things. Here's our options. We got the bus lane. Makes sense. We want to have a bus. Absolutely. We've got the 4-lane roads with bicycles. That makes sense as well to have bicycles. In fact, you can also do over here 2-lane road with bicycles. I think it doesn't even affect anything, so that's okay. We could just do with grass, which makes it design-wise look nice, as well as this. And then we got our gravel, which we could also do. These are highways. I'm not really worried about the highways for now. They got the sound bar, which will be good. We'll probably end up replacing all that. But we'll worry about that in a little bit. So we got a custom little roundabouts that we could do. Not worried about that as much. We'll probably do a roundabout into the city once this becomes high residential. So I don't really want to build much here as far as residential stuff, but I also don't want to build until all that's gone too. Unfortunately. Oh, it took care of itself. Cool. We had some abandoned buildings. You'll notice that we are desperately in need of people. Unfortunately. So if you look at this, they have 4 workers that they need. And it's all uneducated jobs. As soon as we start to get into a little bit more educated places, that'll help with the process a lot. How are we doing as far as this? Still behind. That's okay. Our landfill is much lower. Wonderful. And look at that. Our income is actually still really, really good. I love that. Our power, we can actually remove this. I was talking about this last time. Let's go ahead and put this here. Nope. What am I doing? Come on. Here we go. As far as I can go, that's alright. Just want the land. Eventually I'll move that. Actually, just move it now. It's always weird when you do these things. There we go. Sweet. We also have the ability to buy this way. If we decided to buy more, how much would this cost? 7,000. So we could do both of these now. And it would just give us option to grow. The only downside with that is we'd have to completely replace this because there's actually no exit ramp this way from the highway. So I'll have to, I would like to get the transportation working a lot better for that. So commercial is still massively needed. The only reason I would want to buy this side is just so I can finish that, which is slightly frustrating. Ooh, look at that traffic. Actually, let's get a little report on this. How are we doing on traffic? Oh, that's so awful. And that's really where I want to replace all this. You know what? We've got the time. Let's look into this. So we got large roads. I really like the idea of bus. So we got 6 lanes and we got 6 lanes. And that would just fit right here. Obviously the difficult part will be we need to connect it. How would we connect to that? Alright. I'm going to pause. And we are going to devastate our city right now. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of all this. Oh, I'm going to regret this. This is where champions are made and lost. Alright, so we got our bus lanes. I really like the idea of bus. We could do this, but just doesn't feel as right. So my inclination is to do this. And then I would just take out all those. Because the exit ramp is less of an issue. Okay. Oh, what is this? Alright, here's another interesting thing about this game. The medical clinics here. So we're going to have to just relocate it. We'll just relocate it a little bit in. Makes for an easy... Wow. People didn't like that for some reason. So we got that. And now we've got another thing that we have an issue with. What's it? Nope. That's good. That's good. Beautiful. So now we got 6 lanes, guys. I'm gonna rock it. And in fact, 2 lanes with trees. Let's go ahead and do, I think that these just cost more, is that correct? Yeah. Upkeep is also pretty significant increase. We'll do this for now. I do like the idea of upgrading our roads. Oh, wait. Now, it should be noted, I am not going to fill in any of this because what could happen if I do that is that the pollution here just crosses over. I'm not going to do that. So, but I also don't want to do it here because then there's just this super short intersection. That would also not be a good thing for me. I think we're good as far as roads. We got our 6 lanes, which before it was, what, two lanes? So this is going to help speed things up, and it gives us the ability to do buses, which will also be nice. So this bus lane here. And then let's fill these in. Is that all good? Yep. Awesome. I love it, guys. What do you think? So our police, our fire is low as far as hazards. Our crime rate is good, though we've got a lot of criminals. Whoops. That's okay. We can, if we want. Basketball court seems nice. These are great options for whenever we want to start to get into some of the tourist stuff. I don't want to do that just now. But we'll get there. Here's what we'll do. We'll put in some trees. Give it a little bit of perks here. Make it look nice. I like it. Put in some bigger ones. Gorgeous. And it doesn't get in any of the way of the industrialization. Those trees will hopefully liven up because they're in polluted soil. Hopefully. Alright, commercial is still kicking our butt. To the point, oh my goodness, look at all these fire hazards. We just literally do not have enough workers. I would desperately love to move into office space because these educated people eventually help us get there. That's one of the concerns, is you go too fast with your education. Maybe we just did that. Not really though, because our eligibility is too high, so we're not even halfway educated. I think we're okay. Eventually we'll get to university. Awesome! We are increasing by 100 every single time. We are close to 700. So we got about 4 minutes left. Let's kind of think this through. So we want to go forward. If we were to continue on, we would go this way. And then probably... Let's see, how would we want to do this? I know originally I said over here would be maybe some of the more financially well off, but I'm thinking maybe here, especially with this pollution here. I'm thinking we can go further out this way and start to make some of our rural stuff. Let's consider that. So let's go out this way. Just this far. So we're gonna... So I'm gonna put more commercial stuff here, but I do not anticipate any of this being high density stuff. Cool. I really don't want to increase residential stuff either. Yeah, I like that. Ah, water. Water! I love it. Now, I will catch up with you guys that at this time of releasing this episode, I am moving. So know that that's the case. If for some reason I am not able to respond. What did I do here? Did I pick the wrong roads? I did one way? No! What have I done wrong? Did I do that multiple times? I did. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That could have been very bad. Things could have drastically crashed. Okay, I think we're good now. Oh, that could have been bad. For some reason, those were all one way. I'm sure you guys all saw why that is. Okay. Anyways, I am moving. So just know that's the case. So if for some reason I'm not responding or my Patreon's a little bit slow, that's why I loaded things up on the front end of the month. So you got a lot of extra stuff as far as Patreon early. Whoops, I deleted the wrong building. But we'll be back. I just need to get my internet in order. I need to get moving. I'm actually recording this 3-4 days earlier than normal. But we will be back in this process. What's going on with my traffic over here? It's still really bad. It's because of this right here. Interesting. I'll have to think about this. because that's too much of a bad thing. It could be that I could just do one way here. I'll have to think about this. Because then they can all just turn left and get on the highway. Because that's mostly what they want to do, right? Yeah. And it definitely backs things up a lot. Interesting. Alright, guys. We could also mess with the districts. And just say that there is no trucks that are allowed to get into here. But then obviously they can leave. And so this would just maybe tip over like this. And this one would dip in like that. We could just say no traffic from over here. No company traffic. We'll see. Let's take this on next episode. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any tips on how I can make this better, knowing that I've built this way too close and I need to fix this, let me know what I could do. Because I could do a roundabout, but obviously that's not going to help for here because we're right up against the highway. And we can always move the highway, but then that means I need to buy this area. So tell me what you think. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.